Here's your wrestling news for June 21st, 2021. And your headlines for today include: is Drew McIntyre officially out of the WWE title picture, or is there a loophole? Is Kofi Kingston Lashley's next challenger for the WWE title? Former WWE champion was backstage at WWE Hell in a Cell. What went wrong during Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley's match? What lies next? Fans suddenly attacked a WWE superstar. Bianca Belair finally moves on at Hell in a Cell. Where does the Sami Zayn-Kevin Owens feud go after Hell in a Cell? And more. We're starting today with Drew McIntyre, who lost at last night's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, meaning he can no longer challenge for the WWE Championship whilst Bobby Lashley holds the gold. It was essentially 16 straight months of McIntyre being in the WWE title picture, an incredibly long time for somebody to be in that position when their cumulative reign as champion was 300 days. McIntyre's time in the main event spotlight wasn't unjustified, as for all of 2020, he carried the company through unprecedented times. Hell in a Cell seems to be McIntyre's kryptonite, as his first title reign ended at last year's event thanks to Randy Orton, whilst this year's show means he won't be challenging for the gold anytime soon. As expected, Lashley and McIntyre had a war inside Hell in a Cell, and though they impressed, the finish was overbooked, as the first referee was taken out with a bump, which led to a second referee getting added, MVP getting involved, only for McIntyre to lose to the dreaded roll-up. It would have been much better for Lashley to have hit a spear or applied the Hurt Lock rather than have this war end with a roll-up, but we can't take away from the hard work both men gave during the match. With an array of weapons at their disposal and some particularly nasty table bumps, both McIntyre and Lashley were scarred up in this match, meaning the commentators didn't need to sell the fact that the match was violent, as we could see it in front of us. Given that MVP got involved, McIntyre does have a legitimate gripe as he got screwed out of the win, but thanks to the stipulation, he won't be able to challenge for the gold anytime soon. It's understandable why WWE made this stipulation, as they want McIntyre out of the title picture, but the ending left a lot to be desired. Perhaps McIntyre could find a loophole, as he didn't lose his last chance opportunity fairly and could demand a rematch thanks to MVP's interference. After the match, Lashley celebrated with the WWE Championship and MVP by his side, whilst McIntyre looked frustrated at ringside, and whilst MVP waved goodbye to McIntyre, indicating that he's gone from their lives in the WWE title picture, don't be surprised if the company finds a way to work around this stipulation. Lashley's win last night means Drew McIntyre can no longer challenge for the WWE Championship whilst Lashley is champion, meaning someone new will have to step up. With Drew finally out of the title picture, there's no shortage of names who'd love to face the Almighty at this year's SummerSlam, and now we know who the champion wants to face. Speaking to Yahoo Sports, Lashley was asked about a potential feud between the Hurt Business and the New Day, where he would feud with Kofi Kingston, and Lashley explained why he wants this storyline to happen, saying, "Hell yeah, someone like me stepping up in a fight against Kofi? It should be a layup, and that's not how people think it'll go down. That's what excites me about Kofi. I like Kofi and what he's done for the business, and to have a fight with him, I would love to have that opportunity. He was a world champion, and the one opportunity that he didn't get was to have another shot at the title." After Kofi Mania was ended in seconds by Brock Lesnar in October 2019, Kingston never got his championship rematch. And whilst MVP has been teasing that Kofi could turn heel and join the Hurt Business, the Almighty would much rather stand in the ring against the New Day star. Hell in a Cell 2021 featured a ton of WWE's top stars, but one of their very biggest remained backstage. According to PW Insider, Becky Lynch was backstage at Hell in a Cell, but obviously didn't make an appearance during the broadcast. This is just the latest sign of Lynch's impending return, as she was seen at the Performance Center last week training against Indy Hartwell. Lynch hasn't been on WWE TV in over a year, where she vacated the Raw Women's title to Asuka due to her pregnancy, and now that baby Rue has been born, it won't be long before the man comes around. Hell in a Cell 2021 also saw Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley face Charlotte Flair in a WrestleMania 36 rematch, and the match certainly delivered, except for the ending sequence. Flair was given this title opportunity despite being tied with former champion Asuka with 1 win apiece, and despite Charlotte being on a 3-match losing streak on Raw, the Empress is firmly out of the title picture. The Queen remains in it. We are not sure what the direction of the Raw Women's title picture is after last night's show, but we know that Flair is still on the hunt, despite an awkward pay-per-view encounter between two talented performers. During the match, Flair delivered a series of stomps and kicks that came nowhere close to Ripley, despite the champion selling them on the mat, and the finish of the match was even worse. In the closing moments, Ripley used the commentary table cover on Charlotte's head, and the ref called for the bell, despite there being countless instances of superstars getting sent through tables without a disqualification. One might argue that when a wrestler is sent through a table, their opponent isn't using anything other than their body to strike them, and the table just happens to be under them, whilst in this instance, Ripley deliberately struck Flair with the cover, causing the disqualification. Either way, it was a mistake on WWE's part to continue this rivalry and include Charlotte Flair, who we imagine will be receiving another title shot after this awkward finish. We've got some worrying news now, as former WWE superstar Charlie Haas was attacked by a fan during a show. Haas, a former WWE Tag Team Champion, appeared at an SWE Fury show, which also featured Teddy Long and Kevin Nash among other big names, and in a video, Haas can be seen pushing a fan, causing another fan to hit him in retaliation. Things escalated when a fellow wrestler hit that fan, whilst Haas cut a heated promo berating him. Given that Haas cut a promo after the incident about the fan, some have speculated that it may have been a work, but it's impossible to know for sure right now. Whatever the case, this was a situation no fans were expecting to see, and real or not, it should be a lesson to fans to never lay your hands on any of the wrestlers during a show. More from WWE Hell in a Cell now, as the Bianca Belair vs. Bayley match opened the show, but ended their feud on a high note. Belair's second pay-per-view defense of the SmackDown Women's Championship, the match had a lot to live up to, especially after last year's Hell in a Cell Classic between Bayley and Sasha Banks set the benchmark for women's matches inside the barbaric structure. Fortunately, Belair's life has always been about being the best, and to her credit, the SmackDown Women's Champion put on one of her career best performances on last night's show. We also have to give credit to her challenger Bayley, who proved why she was such a dominant champion in 2020, and was trending on social media after Hell in a Cell, with fans praising the role model's incredible performance. Facing Bayley for the second pay-per-view in a row, the EST of WWE got the win, in a match arguably better than her WrestleMania title win over Sasha Banks. Speaking of the boss, Banks is set to return to SmackDown on the July 16th show, which will not only be in front of live fans, but will be 2 days before Money in the Bank 2021. We'll have to see how the boss fits into things when she returns, as Carmella has been picking up momentum recently, minus her recent loss to Liv Morgan. We wouldn't be surprised to see Carmella become Belair's next challenger after Hell in a Cell, with Sasha Banks not far behind when she eventually returns. We already mentioned that Bayley was trending after Hell in a Cell, but it wasn't just for her actions in the ring. During the match, Bayley duct-taped 2 kendo sticks together, a spot she tried and failed to do in last year's Cell match with Sasha Banks because her hands were too sweaty, and when Cole called out that she failed to do the same spot in 2020, Bayley heard him, yelling back, "Shut up, Michael, they know, they watch me." Fans clearly did watch Bayley, as her verbal assault on Cole led to the Raw announcer also trending on social media, as fans cracked jokes at him, and the voice of WWE should think twice whenever Bayley's in the ring. Jon Moxley news now, and whilst the former world champion is currently enjoying an indefinite hiatus from AEW as he recently became a father, he's not completely gone from the wrestling industry. It's been confirmed by New Japan that Moxley will appear on their August 14th show, The Resurgence, at the Torch in the Los Angeles Coliseum, the first New Japan show in the United States since their New Beginning tour in February 2020. The Resurgence show will feature plenty of top names, as the Good Brothers have also been confirmed, and fans won't have to wait long to see the IWGP United States Champion busting skulls once more. ECW news next, as the Blue Meanie was an iconic part of the promotion before its demise in 2001, and despite what some believe, the Meanie is still alive and kicking. For some reason, someone edited the Blue Meanie's Wikipedia page to say that he'd died on June 19th this year, which isn't the case, and on Twitter, the very much alive Meanie poked fun at this mistake. Asking for someone to fix it, it didn't take long for Meanie's page to be corrected, as the BWO member is very much still in the land of the living. And we're ending with more news from Hell in a Cell, which saw the 13th match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in WWE, a rematch from WrestleMania 37. Whilst this match was only added to the card during SmackDown, we don't blame WWE for putting it on a card given the lack of depth to the pay-per-view. In all likeliness, the pair would have done better in the Intercontinental title picture, and this time around it was Zayn who got the win, and it all seemed to take place in a moment as Zayn was close to getting counted out. Though this win is big for Zayn, it comes with a problem, as the Intercontinental title picture seems a lot shallower in recent weeks. With Owens losing to Apollo Crews recently, and Big E essentially eliminated from title contention, it's unclear what the future holds for the title, and a triple threat direction involving Crews, Zayn, and Owens would have been the way to go. This sense of strangeness was felt across the entire pay-per-view, which felt a little off and failed to deliver, perhaps because so many finishes didn't make sense or that there were no surprises at all. There were high points for sure, but WWE definitely made things worse when they took Roman Reigns off the card, as none of the other feuds felt personal enough to warrant the barbaric cell stipulation. We can only imagine WWE wanted to coast through this month's pay-per-view with little fanfare, setting the stage for next month's tour and the return of fans, but with that tour not starting until July 16th, it'll be quite some time before WWE is as much fun as it used to be. But what did you think of Hell in a Cell? Did you enjoy the show? Let us know in the comments below. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.